channel.
Powers, abilities, and feats. Let's get into it. Let's start off with Matthew Patel's abilities, which is he can summon demon chicks and has fireballs. Then let's talk about Lucas Lee, who has super strength and he has stunt doubles. Then we can talk about Todd, who has telekinesis and psychic abilities and also can play the bass with some magic abilities or power vibrations. And then you have Roxy, who has the ability of teleportation and has a belt that is made out of blades. Then you have the twins that have the musical sound monsters. And then you have Gideon Graves, who has the glow and the sword skills and the sword weapon that he can pop out of nowhere. Now let's get into the feats. Battle of the Bands first round competition. Ramona's first Matthew Patel before in the 7th grade ambushed Scott during his performance, using fancy footwork and demon chicks to put the hurt on him while using fireballs to flick at Scott. He can also fly. Lost the fight because Scott hit him with the swing of a snare drum like a frisbee. Her second ex, Lucas Lee, famous action movie star, is a pro skater to the point where he has his own company, throws down with whoever he wants to, including Scott. He walked up to him during his movie set and punched Scott down to the ground. He then tossed him across the set. Has 7 stuntmen for his fight when he wants to battle or do stunts in general. He kicked Scott through a set, tricked Scott into thinking he would help him up, but instead took a punch to the face. Lost because of his ego railing down a terrible ramp on to meet his demise at a high speeds. Her third ex-boyfriend, Todd. He's a good bass player, has vegan powers, a part of a band. He's not afraid to hit a girl to the point where he punches the highlight out of her hair. Able to stop Scott from punching his face by using his vegan powers to elevate Scott off his feet and throw him into a wall. He then uses his vegan super strength to break through a chunk of the wall. He used his psychic powers to fling Scott sky high and have him drop onto some garbage, toss Scott again through another brick wall, defeated Scott in his bass battle to the point where he flung him out of again through another wall, this time through several walls. He can move super fast from distance, read minds after those he defeats. When he was a teenager, he was able to punch a hole into the moon. Only lost because Scott tricked him into drinking non-vegan dairy, causing him to lose his powers and ultimately the fight. Fourth ex was a woman, by the name of Roxy. She had the power to teleport in and out as she pleased, which is how she got Scott off guard at the nightclub. She smashed his head onto a table. She almost tricked Scott in the face, but was blocked by Ramona. Almost kicked Scott in the face, but was blocked by Ramona. Ramona used Scott's body to fight her as it was part of the league's stipulations. She practically took on 2 fighters at a time. She would eventually separate them with teleportation ability, teleporting between them pretty much. She took on Ramona using a belt made of blades to swing at her while Ramona used a giant hammer. Roxy would disarm her. She would only lose because Ramona told Scott her weakness in the back of her knees, causing her to lose control during the battle. 5 and 6 evil exes, the twins, Kyle and Ken Kantayangi, hopefully I said that right. The Kantayangi twins, hopefully I said that right, apologies guys. They used their TJ equipment as a weapon, using a music-made vibration dragon to attack Scott and his fellow band members. They would lose to their vibration music monster. 7th evil ex finally is Gideon Graves. Had several skilled henchmen fight Scott first, defeated Scott the first time around in a sword fight and fist fight, held his own. Ended Scott the first time with a surprise stab of a sword when Scott wasn't looking. The second round redo, lost the sword fight this time, created a second sword out of thin air and almost had Scott's number if not for Knives Chow showing up and interfering. Even with the interference, he still beat them both with blades. He punched out Ramona, lost when Scott and Knives worked together to fight him in a team combo. Evil Scott Pilgrim didn't get to see him fight, but based on Scott's skills, you can detest he has the same skill set. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy our content, you know what you guys can do. You can share, you can like, or you can subscribe to our channel. When you guys subscribe to our channel, you know what you do. You guys are building our empire and allowing us to provide you guys with even much more greater content for you guys to enjoy.